It's a new day. I've definitely not just recorded this off the back of the other one and just put a jacket on to try and con you into thinking I haven't recorded them back to back. We have a game against Chelsea, who knocked us out in the Champions League last year in the group stage. We're going to be playing them shortly, but another little game in the league to whet our appetite to start with. Welcome back, episode 14 of the Barcelona rebuild. It's I don't know. If we can get out of this group, I genuinely think we might be able to win the league. Not relevant. Win the Championship, Cup, European Cup, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm trying to say. It's just dependent on if we can get out. I'm not really fussed about first or second. I just want to be one of those two. If we drop down to the Europa League, I expect us to win. If we don't, then to be honest, what are we doing here? I'm not sure I'll take it past this season, to be quite honest, because at the point of recording, the game is due to be released in a week, which leaves us 7 episodes. And I think that will probably line in with the end of this season. So we'll see how this goes. We have ourselves Villareal to start the episode. We're currently 5 points beyond Real Madrid, but they are a game over on us. And you can see it. Probably noticed already. Elche beat us 2-0. That wasn't the best result. We've played a few games since our last episode. We've played Leganes, in which we picked up a 3-0 win. Chelsea was a 2-2. It was quite a good game, to be fair. Elche, as we says, we lost 2-0, so let's just scroll over that pretty quick. And then we had a 2-1 win against Granada, in which Sesko scored his first goal for us. So hopefully we'll see quite a few more from him. I have had a little change to tactics, but before I show you that, I will ask if you can like or subscribe, show your support on the channel. If you're looking forward, as I say, the remainder of this, the new one that comes out, as I mention, every episode. But I'm looking forward to it, vastly. What I'm going with is a 4-4-2/4222/424/ whatever the hell you want to call this. I'm thinking it's got a little bit of versatility. If we're playing someone strong, we can drop these two back to just be wide midfielders. Maybe keep one up. Obviously, shuffle your fullbacks as well between attacking and support. If we're playing a weaker opponent, we can go to the 4-2-4 role. We've got quite a bit of versatility there. It has dropped Depay's rating slightly, but he has also scored whilst being in here, so it's not too much of a concern. Changed the tactic as well to be wing play, and kind of tweak that slightly as well. So we're keeping the width fairly wide. We are of a higher tempo and standard passing directness. We want to be expressive, running at defence and passing into space. We are, as we were before, counter press, counter, distributing quickly to our playmaker, letting him do what needs to be done to get the ball out. And then not in defence, but out of possession, we kind of run in with the standard lines, we're forcing the opposition out wide, and we're pressing slightly more urgently. The lineup against Villareal will be playing Livakovic in goal, Mingueza, Arajo, Keiki as the back two, Alba completing the back four, De Jong and Pedri as the central midfielders, with Thauvin and Fati outside of Aguero and Memphis up top. Villareal are lining up with pretty weak form and a 4-3-3. They've got Chukwueze on the bench, who you may remember, or may recognise, should I say, from that Newcastle save. If you haven't watched it already, get your ass over there and watch it. It's a bit good. It's a little bit different out of this, but it's fun. Alba with the free kick, plays it short to Fati. He's carried on his run, passed it back to Keiki. It doesn't have anyone outside of him now, but he's just smashed it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Livakovic has just blasted it back up to Alba, who's managed to get himself past his fullback and just drilled a ball in, but it's a little bit too narrow. He hasn't managed to find one of our players from it. Fati's either picked up a knock or incredibly tired before this game started, and I wasn't aware of that. Might be my fault if that was the case. Milanes Coquelin, good ball through to Moy Gomez, and he's scored already. That was a stupid ball from Coquelin, that was. Yeah, at this point, when it just gets like knocked back, I thought, no need to worry. And he just stabs the ball forward, and then ball's poked into the net. And apparently now we're behind. So that's, that's annoying. Trigueros with a free kick. Plays it short to Gomez. We are closing him down, but not actually attempting to get the ball. And he's smashed it all the way back to his goalkeeper from our third. Foyth puts it out to Pedraza. Moy Gomez again on the ball, and Pedri intercepts that pass. So we'll hit him on the break now. Pedri through to Talvan. Is he going to cut inside? No, he cuts back and then loses possession, which is helpful. Coquelin just stood there. I mean, to be fair, he doesn't need to rush about. We are the ones that are losing, and there's no urgency from our team to decide to actually try and get the ball off him, which is good. Foyth, it's picked up a knock, and he's booked, so I'd expect he's not going to complete the game, but we'll find out. Gerard to Molanes. He does have back to Gerard, and it's 2. Our new formation is working a treat. Let's change back to where we were. We'll just realise that we just don't change things. Just don't. It's not worth it. So who can run this role? Pedri and De Jong. Right, considering Fati looks like he was about to pass out earlier, we'll bring in Roberto and we'll shuffle those two around. We'll go with that as the back, the middle three, should I say. We have got a highlight now, but I expect it's probably just going to finish because we were making a substitution. That formation did actually work in one of the other games, or a few of the other games. Evidently, it didn't want to work in this one. Maybe I shouldn't have left the wingers quite so expansive, but I did. So there. Mingueza has the ball out on the right-hand side. He has got Talvan just behind him. No, he just kicked it at the person stood in front of him, but at least it does actually head vaguely towards the area. Roberto, Memphis, and a fantastic save by Asenio. Oh no, what's happened? My camera's gone everywhere. Memphis towards Harajo. I forgot his name. I've managed to fix the camera now. Don't worry about it. We are heading towards half-time. I'm not particularly happy with how it's going, so what I'm going to do is shout at every individual group of the team and then see who gets upset. Mingueza has been upset by that. I'm not sure what grounds he has to be upset, because we quite clearly are not performing. Cake is on a 6. I really could do with him improving that, to be honest. I'm going to berate him. Oh, it's upset Cake even further. I think he may be a substitution now. Don't really want to make a defensive substitution when we're 2-0 down, but I've got very little else that I can do, and he's really not performing, so get out of here. Serge isn't performing as well. Talvan's in danger of losing discipline, sorry. Do you know what? We'll bring Sesko on. We'll leave Memphis out there on the left. We'll just leave Talvan on. We'll see what happens with him. Don't worry about him. Don't worry about it. We'll just move on. We'll have another dire game in the league on camera again, because apparently that's my bread and butter. And then we'll go into Europe and probably scrape a draw. Why the hell not? There's roughly 5 minutes left. Nothing's happened, and we're gonna lose this game. Villareal are now ahead of us. We've already won the league. We're focusing on the cups. That's what it is. Yep, that's definitely what the plan was. We now have Chelsea back at the Camp Nou. I'm already apprehensive. I've changed formation again. I just have. So I've gone 4-2-3-1, but we're staying with our wing play formation, because why wouldn't you? I'm just kind of just doing stuff at the moment, just seeing what comes from it. We're playing Pellegrini, left back. Normal place to start naming the team. Ter Stegen in goal. Dest, Araujo, and Mingueza to complete the back 4. Sergio playing as the ball-winning mid alongside De Jong. Demir on the right, Fati on the left, and Memphis up top. And then alongside that, we have Pedri as their centre attacking mid. Let's go! Ignoring our horrendous form, there's just a bunch of players on the screen. That's all I can show you with that. Chelsea playing with a yellow shirt again. The formation that we're familiar with. Pavard's in there, which I'm unhappy about because I like Pavard. I didn't actually show you how we're doing. We were equal top, or at least top, but I think Milan might have taken that because I think they played earlier in the day. It's very, very close between the three of us. So if we can take a draw, it could be important. If we can nick a win, even better. Just depends what we can bloody do. I'm going to encourage. Get some little green faces down at the bottom. Chilwell's got a throw in for Chelsea. Puts it to Havertz. Back to Rudiger. Jorginho in the middle. Mount. There's a man out on the right that's completely open. Is anyone going to block that pass? No? No, just leave him out there. Okay, yeah, fair enough. James, Kante, Havertz. There's a lot of movement from them. A lot of options all the time. Kante doesn't even need to worry about the people that are open. He just makes about 3 to 4 steps and just passes through my entire midfield and defence. Fortunately, they didn't score. Mount with a corner on the left-hand side towards Havertz, completely unmarked, and he headed over. It's ambling towards half-time. It's going okay. Memphis has picked up a bit of a knock, so I might replace him for the time being. We'll have a little look what we can do there. I'm going to tell them I'm far from pleased with what they've done. Give them a little kick up the arse before we send them out. Yeah, we'll take Memphis off for Sesko because why the hell not? And we'll get back out there for the second half. There's a corner for us on the left-hand side. Demir puts it towards the back post. Sesko wins the header, and it goes just over. So it's good to see him win some headers. I think he had about 15 in yesterday's episode and didn't win one. We just passed the hour mark. We'll look at if there's any other subs that we need to make. Pedri's not performing particularly well. I'm thinking if that's the case, I'm just going to drop him back to here. We'll move... Ooh, what should we do? What should we do? Ooh, I don't know, actually. I'm stuck. Stuck, I tells you. We'll go Bourne in mid in the middle. We'll make that defend, and we'll swap him out with Sergio. We will leave Demir as an inverted winger. We'll make him now a Mazzala on support. We'll take Fati to be an inverted winger on attack as well. We'll go with that. We'll see what comes from that. I don't think I even made a sub in the end. I just shuffled around the formation. Oh, there's the sub that we'll make. We had two left backs in this game that were unfit. So I played Pellegrini, and he's now injured. So of our 3 left backs, currently, none of them are fit to play, which is helpful. Considering we've just picked up an injury, I'm going to assume we won't have another one, and I'm going to bring Gavi on as well. That seems like a reasonable thing for me to do. We'll go with an advanced playmaker for De Jong on the other side, and we'll go for that. We'll see what we can do there. There's just about 15 minutes left of the game. Kante, Werner out on the left-hand side for Chelsea. Rudiger, Jorginho, they definitely look like they're in control of this attack, but hopefully we can dispossess them and hit them on the break. Mendy's basically in our area for some reason. Here we go. Fati's got possession. He's got a man behind him. Oh no, he's played a ball forward towards Sesko. There's a guy on the back post completely open. No, we didn't want to use him. That's fine. Sergio, back out to Gavi. Oh, he's turned and hit it. Oh, he's just over. That was ambitious from him. I like it. Do you know what? 5 minutes left of a game we really could do without losing. What should we do? Let's completely change everything that we're trying to do and just go for something completely different. See what happens. What's the worst that could happen? Could lose. That's what the worst that could happen is. We'll drop you to just be centre backs. We don't want these to faff about too much, to be honest. But yeah, so we've got 2 Mazzalas outside. So these guys are going to be loitering about here. The inverted wingers, these 2 are going to be loitering about in this area. And then Sesko's pottering about up top. And Sergio's just going to hopefully just loiter here. Just do nothing else. Just stand there and spray some balls about. That's what we want from him. There's a corner for Chelsea in the 88th minute. It's put to the back post. Arajo heads it away without much competition. Sesko plays it forward. Right, Demir's hitting him completely on the break. Get us the win, Demir. Win, Demir. Oh, I've just made a blooming... I forgot what it's called. A Lake Districts joke. And we didn't even get a bloody goal for it. What a waste of my time. Oh, Longlay's playing there. He's probably going to score. Pulisic, Kante, Pulisic. I'm not liking how many people they have in the area at the moment. They're just playing with the ball just outside our area. Oh, it didn't go in. Don't worry. Sesko's going to pick this up as well. Fati, pass it back to Sesko. Okay, don't. That's fine. Fatty's run down the left side, all the way back to the left back, gets intercepted. Why do they run all the way to the byline and then just turn around and pass it backwards? That was a sublime block, and it wouldn't surprise me if it was Kante. It was Rudiger, because it was a Kante-esque block if I've ever seen one. 93rd minute, and he's belting it back to his goal just to make a last-minute block. But it wasn't Kante, so don't worry about it. We've had a corner, which we did win the header for, but the goalie caught it quite easily. And Mendy's in possession for Chelsea at the moment. There's 30 seconds left on the clock. As we said, oh God. I was about to say, we just need to not lose. That would be helpful. ZX on the ball. There's 20 seconds left. Havertz is completely unmarked on the back post. Fortunately, Ter Stegen was even to it. 10 seconds left. Let's just take a point. Just take a point. Thank God. We'll take a point. I've said take a point 6 times now. 7, actually. We've now got Monaco and Milan still to play. That last game against Milan is looking like it is going to be quite important. We'll have a little look, see what that's left us. So what I did is advance past the Milan and Monaco game, just so we could see what their result was. I wish I never did it now. They've just beaten them 7-1. Milan are brutal. We will be back, as we said, next episode for Milan and probably Athletic. And then I'm thinking we'll come back for possibly the Sevilla game. And if we win that, we'll then go through to the final in the same episode. So I think it's the other side of the Getafe game. So we'll have a Supercopa episode after that. But we'll be back for Milan and Bilbao. And the group, as it stands, has Milan sat on 8 points. We are on 6. Chelsea are on 5. And Monaco are pottering about on 1. I'm expecting, or hoping, that we can get a win against Monaco. I'd even take Milan taking a win against Chelsea. And if that was the case, then our game against Milan's just going to be to see who can finish top of the group. I'm happy with that. Other things can happen, which would lead it not so preferably, but I'm not going to run down that. I'm just not going to cover it. I'm just telling you what I want to happen and nothing else. But that's what we're going to do next episode, and I hope you'll be there for that. If you have enjoyed today's episode, you do me the favour of liking, subscribing, showing your support on the channel. I'd be greatly appreciated. And thank you very much for your time.